everyone. Myself Bautik Trivedi, working as an assistant professor in IT/ICT department of LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. So I will explain you the concept fast Ethernet in advanced networking protocol subject. So first of all, talk about the concept of the IEEE standard. So all of you know IEEE 802.3, IEEE 802.4, 802.5, then after the 802.6 and 802.11. So these all are the major variation in IEEE standard. So in IEEE 802.3, that's totally related to the concept of Ethernet. 802.4 and 2.5, that belongs to token bus and token ring concept. If you talk about the IEEE 802.6, so that's related to the DQDB. What is the meaning of DQDB here? Distributed queue dual bus. And whenever you talk about the IEEE 802.11, so that's totally related to the wireless LAN. So these all are the basic information related to the IEEE standard. So in today's session, the major focus on the concept of fast Ethernet. So whenever you talk about the Ethernet, so at that time mainly three: one Ethernet, one fast Ethernet, and one gigabit Ethernet. So let's start with the concept of fast Ethernet. So whenever you talk about the concept of the fast Ethernet, so fast Ethernet supported which particular speed, which particular capacity? So that supported the 100 Mbps capacity. And how I achieve the 100 Mbps capacity? So for that, one concept here in fast Ethernet, the name of that is known as a concept of MII. What is the meaning of MII? Media Independent Interface. So whenever you talk about the media independent interface, that supported the three choices. So here you just see in this particular diagram, so the total number of layers here, one layer, that is the data link, and all of you know in a concept of computer network, whenever you talk about the data link layer, so data link layer is generally divided into two parts. One that is known as a LLC, and second one that is known as a MSC. What is the meaning of LLC? Logical link control. And what is the meaning of MSC? Medium access control. So this is totally related to the data link layer part. After that, bottom layer in a OSI model, which one? Physical, then after the data link, and then after the network. So here you just see in this particular diagram, MII, already I discussed. What is the meaning of MII? That is a media independent interface. So media independent interface, and then after talk about the concept of physical layer. So here physical layer is divided into three parts. First one, that is the media dependent sublayer, then after the media independent interface, and third one, that is the conversion sublayer. So in this particular diagram, how to achieve 100 Mbps activity, so for this which particular basic structure required, so that is generally required the two layer concept. One, that is the physical layer, and second one, that is the data link layer. In physical layer, one concept MII, media independent interface, and in this total number of three layers: media dependent sublayer, media independent interface, and conversion sublayer. And data link layer is divided into two parts, one that is the LLC and second one that is the MSC. So this is related to the concept of the fast Ethernet. Means up to this point you know, if I want to achieve 100 Mbps capacity, so with using the which particular technique you can do that. The name of the technique, that is known as a fast Ethernet. So after that, here you just see in a detail, the fast Ethernet again divided into three categories. First one, that is known as a 100 base. Must remember one thing, whenever you go for the gigabit in Ethernet, so at that time it supported the 1000 base, and whenever you talk about the fast Ethernet, that supported the 100 base. So here you just see 100 base T4, that's the one category, 100 base TX, that's another category, and 100 base FX, that third category. So fast Ethernet is generally divided into three categories: 100 base T4, 100 base TX and 100 base FX. After that, what is the meaning of T4 here? So whenever you go for the 100 base T4, so that supported which particular cable? So that supported the twisted pair cable. After that, 100 base TX, that supported which particular cable? That supported the twisted pair cable. And 100 base FX means that supported the fiber optic cable. Must remember one thing, T means twisted pair and F means fiber optic cable. After that, after knowing the name, after discuss about the different types of cable, then after the another concept related to the fast Ethernet, that is the maximum segment size. So here mainly three category. So each and every category supported the different segment size. So maximum segment size for the 100 base T4, that is the 100 meter, 100 base TX, that's the 100 meter, and 100 base FX that supported the 2000 meter. So this is related to the maximum segment size, and all of you know, if you compare the fiber optic cable with the twisted pair cable, obviously the performance of the fiber optic, that's the better one as compared to twisted pair. After that, advantage, all of you know in twisted pair, how many types of twisted pair you know? Mainly two types. One that is known as a STP, and second one that is known as a UTP. STP means what? Shielded twisted pair, and UTP means unshielded twisted pair. So whenever you talk about the 100 base T4, so that using a one category number 3 for the unshielded twisted pair. If you talk about the 100 base TX, that supported the full duplex. Must remember one thing, you know the concept of full duplex. So mainly three concepts in a transmission. One that is the simplex, second one that is the half duplex, and third one that is the full duplex. So 100 base TX supported the full duplex at 100 Mbps, and whenever you talk about the 100 base FX, that supported the full duplex at 100 Mbps, and that is generally used in a long run. So this is the normal introduction about the category of the fast Ethernet: 100 base T4, 100 base TX, and 100 base FX. After that, then after we talk about the 100 base T. What is the meaning of 100 base T here? That supported which particular IEEE standard? That supported the IEEE 802.3. But here 100 base means what? That totally related to the fast Ethernet. And 100 base T means what? That supported the physical layer medium alternatives. So which particular characteristic that affect the concept of the fast Ethernet? So mainly 5 characteristics. First one, that is the transmission medium. Second one, that is the signaling technique. Third one, that is the data rate. Fourth one, that is the maximum segment length. And fifth one, that is the network transmission or network span. So this is the major parameters that affect the 100 base T parameter. After that, already you know, the fast Ethernet is generally divided into 3. First one, that is the 100 base T4, 100 base TX, and 100 base FX. So here in this particular table, I directly bifurcate the 3 categories with the different parameter. So here you just see, whenever you talk about the 100 base T4, so that supported the 4 pair category, either that is 3, 4 or 5 UTP. Whenever you talk about the 100 base FX, already you know FX means what? That supported the fiber optic. So that is the 2 optical fiber for that. And whenever you talk about the 100 base TX, that supported STP as well as the UTP. And already you know STP means shielded twisted pair and UTP means unshielded twisted pair. So in 100 base TX, that using the 2 pair STP and 2 pair category 5 UTP, that is totally related to the transmission medium. After that, signaling technique. Signaling technique in 100 base TX, that supported the MLT3 technique. If you talk about the 100 base FX, all of you know the concept of Manchester encoding. Here that supported the 100 base FX, that supported the NRZ encoding, and 100 base T4 that also supported the NRZ encoding. After that, another important parameter, that is the data rate. So data rate 100 base TX that supported the 100 Mbps, 100 base FX that supported the 100 Mbps, and 100 base T4 that supported the 100 Mbps. Why? Because fast Ethernet generally supported the 100 Mbps speed. So that's why if you go for any category, the data rate remain as it is. After that, maximum segment length. So maximum segment length again that supported the 100 meter, and network span that supported 100 base TX that supported the 200 meter. But whenever you talk about the FX and T4 that supported the 200 meter and 400 meter respectively. So this is all about the bifurcation of each and every parameter with the different techniques. After that, fast Ethernet details. So whenever you go for the concept of fast Ethernet, either using the UTP or STP or optical fiber. So UTP cable generally supported the 30 megahertz limit. That is not feasible for clock encoding. Means no Manchester encoding here. In place of Manchester encoding, using the concept of beat encoding scheme. And beat encoding scheme, why we use the beat encoding scheme here? That is generally used for transition for receiver to maintain the clock synchronization. So here the major focus on the concept of clock synchronization. After that, then after the important terms of the 100 base T4. So 100 base T4 using the 4 separate twisted pair. Which category? Category number 3. UTP or STP that supported the UTP. After that, 3 pair in both direction. So utilization of 3 pair in both direction, and 1 pair generally used for the collision or carrier sense. And all of you know what is the meaning of collision detection. So collision detection technique is there, collision avoidance technique is there, collision resolution technique is there. So 3 pair generally used for the transmitting, and 1 pair is generally used for the collision detection or carrier detection. After that, 3 level ternary code. How I write this in 100 base T4? Whatever I discuss here, that's in a detailed manner. But at least you know the parameter of the 100 base T4, 100 base TX, and 100 base FX. But here 3 level ternary code generated. So that is use 8B/60. What is the meaning of this? 8B means that is totally related to 8 bits. And 60 means what? That is the ternary symbols. So whenever I write like this 8B/60, the meaning is that is the bits and that is the ternary symbols. After that, how I calculate the signaling rate? So 100 base T4 is generally using this technique to calculate this. But here that supported the 3 signal level. Here you just see plus V, 0 and minus V. So positive, 0 and negative, that is the signaling level that is generally used in a 100 base T4. And must remember one thing, whatever the selection is there, that is totally based on the code words. So according to the selection of the code word, they're directly selecting the particular line. And all code words have a combined weight of 0 or 1. So this is totally in a detailed manner. So whatever I discuss, you know each and everything. After that, then after the most important point, Ethernet frame. Whatever the interframe gap in a Ethernet, that supported the 9.6 microsecond, and 9.6 microsecond equal to 960 nanosecond in a fast Ethernet. So that is the calculation between the Ethernet framing gap. After that, total number of distance, already you know that is the 100 meter maximum distance to hub, and 200 meters that is between the station, that is the segment size. And maximum 2 class 2 repeaters is generally used for whenever you implement the 100 base T4. After that, again either using the STP or using the UTP, But here using which particular UTP cable? Category 5 UTP cable. Using the MLT3 signal scheme that generally using the 3 voltage, positive, negative and 0. Using the encoding scheme, which one? Already you know, B means that is the beat, and then after the signaling level. So using 4B 5B encoding scheme for the 100 base T4. And must remember one thing, here it directly gives the guarantee that the whatever the signal transition is, that at least every 2 bits in 100 base T4. After that, only one point remaining, 100 base FX. So 100 base FX generally using which particular technique? That using the 2 optical fiber. One optical fiber is generally used for the transmission and another generally used for the reception. So which particular technique generally used in 100 base FX? And must remember one thing, whenever you talk about the FX means fiber optic. So here I am using one technique. Which technique? FDDI, fiber distributed data interface. So this particular technique generally used to converting the byte or beat to NRZ encoding, and NRZ encoding one scheme that is generally used to transmitting into the optical signal. So 100 base FX generally use fiber distributed data interface technology to converting the bit stream to NRZ and NRZ code group stream into the optical signal. So that's the related to the 100 base FX. After that, the last point, which particular repeater and switches generally use in a fast Ethernet. Up to this point already you know, mainly 3. 100 base T. 100 base T is divided into 3 parts, 100 base T4, 100 base TX and 100 base FX. After that, which particular repeater and switches is generally used for the fast Ethernet? So first one, that is the class 1 repeater, second one, that is the class 2 repeater, and third one, that is the switches. What's the functionality of the class 1 repeater? It support, unlike physical media segment, means only one per collision domain, means one frame pass for one particular domain. Whenever you talk about the class 2 repeater, so class 2 repeater generally related to physical layer, means that is limited to the concept of physical layer. In this, either that supported the 2 repeater per collision domain, here only one per collision domain. And whenever you talk about the switches, why we use the switches in a networking? To improve the performance. And which kind of performance? So at that time that supported the full duplex communication between the 2 switches. So that's all about the concept of fast Ethernet. Must remember one thing, mainly 3 point, 100 base T. In 100 base T, again 3 points, 100 base TX, 100 base T4 and 100 base FX. So that's all about the today's session. Thank you for watching.